Thunder cracked above the shelter as rain hammered the metal roof, echoing through the hallways like a war drum. Inside Kennel 12, a pair of golden eyes glowed through the shadows, fierce, wary, and wild. His name was Max, a hulking German shepherd with a scar that ran like a lightning bolt across his snout. No one knew what had happened to him before he was dumped at the shelter gates one winter morning, only that he came snarling, trembling, and drenched in blood and fear. Volunteers had tried. Trainers had tried. Even the most patient, seasoned dog whisperers had thrown up their hands in defeat. Max would lunge, teeth bared, at anyone who dared approach. He had chewed through leashes, snapped at cages, and once sent a handler to the ER. Whispers ran through the shelter, "He's broken. Beyond saving. Too far gone." And so, Max waited. Day after day. Alone in his corner of the world. A prisoner of whatever nightmare had shaped him. Until the girl came. Her name was Lily. 7 years old. All legs and tangled curls, with a lisp and a stubborn streak her parents described as bigger than Texas. Her father, a military vet recovering from PTSD, had come to the shelter to help with community outreach. Lily had tagged along, clutching her sketchbook and a peanut butter sandwich. When they passed Max's kennel, she stopped. Her nose wrinkled. "Why is he so sad?" "That's Max," said Maria, the volunteer coordinator, her voice hushed. "He's not safe. We don't go near him." But Lily didn't listen. Kids rarely do when their hearts tug harder than their ears. She sat down cross-legged on the cold floor, just out of reach, opened her sketchbook, and began to draw. First a rainbow, then a dog with big golden eyes. Max watched. His ears twitched. That was day 1. Day 2, she came back with another sandwich and a new drawing. This time, it was Max, only he was smiling, running through a field of daisies. He growled. Low, guttural. But didn't move. Day 5. Max didn't growl. Day 7. He crept forward, just an inch, as Lily hummed a lullaby under her breath. By day 10, something remarkable happened. Lily stood up, reached through the bars, and dropped a piece of crusted bread. Max didn't lunge. He sniffed. Took it. And sat back, head tilted. The shelter staff was stunned. Cameras were installed. Trainers watched in disbelief as Max, once labeled unfixable, began to thaw under the gaze of a little girl's love. "It's like she's speaking a language he understands," Maria whispered to Lily's father. "No," he said softly, his eyes damp. "She's just listening in a way most people forget to." Lily visited every day after school. Rain or shine. She'd talk to Max about her dreams, how she missed her mom, who passed from cancer the year before, and how sometimes she felt like she didn't fit in with the other kids. Max listened. Always. One Friday, she came in crying. A boy at school had made fun of her for talking funny. Max stood up, ears rigid, growling, not at her, but as if he were defending her pain. That day, for the first time, she asked if she could pet him. The staff held their breath. Max lowered his head, and Lily's tiny fingers brushed the fur between his ears. A miracle. From that day forward, Max was different. He let Lily brush him, feed him treats, even sit inside his kennel while he laid his head in her lap. Slowly, he allowed others near, first Maria, then a trainer, then her father. Word spread. News crews came. Headlines blared, "Aggressive shepherd tamed by tiny hero." Donations poured in. But more importantly, hearts changed. Lily didn't care about the cameras. She just wanted Max to come home with her. There was one problem: her apartment complex didn't allow dogs over 25 pounds. Max weighed 90. Still, Lily tried. She wrote letters, made posters, even brought Max to a community meeting. He wore a tie. Sat calmly. Won everyone over. The landlord, a tough ex-marine, finally cracked. That dog's a soldier. He stays. Max came home. He slept beside Lily's bed, always alert, always watching. He learned to fetch her lunchbox, wait at the school bus stop, and nuzzle her awake on tough mornings. One night, months later, Lily's dad had a PTSD episode. He was pacing, disoriented, caught in a loop of panic. Max barked once. Then gently pressed against the man's chest, grounding him, just like therapy dogs do. He lay there until the storm passed. Max had become more than a pet. He was family. A guardian. A healer. Years passed. Lily grew. Max grayed. But every photo on the mantel told their story, the girl who healed a broken dog, and the dog who mended a family. When Max passed at 13, the whole town showed up to say goodbye. Lily, now a teenager, stood tall and read a poem. They said he was too broken. Too angry. But he just needed someone to believe. Thank you, Max. For believing in me, too. Today, Lily trains therapy dogs for veterans and children with trauma. Every dog she saves carries a piece of Max with them, a legacy built not on commands or control, but compassion. Because sometimes, it takes a child to remind us that even the most damaged souls can learn to trust again. And that love, fearless, patient, and unrelenting, can change everything. Even a very aggressive German Shepherd. Especially him.